Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Besiege. Yes, I know it's Besiege. And many things have happened in Besiege. Number one being several new sandbox areas. Namely, this one being the main sandbox area. There is still the old one, and there is also a really large flat one for testing speed and flight without, all of this chaos happening in the sky, and the random mountains that you can just crash into. But the second one being that there's skins. As you can see, I can change it to Minecraft, say. So I could. There's obviously the default skin, then there's the custom skins, and well, let me skins. Manage skins. There you go. So you can download skins from the Steam Workshop, such as, well, I've got Wobble 2 Naval Pack, Modern Rocket, these camouflage ones, the Minecraft pack, and the default pack. And I don't actually have any other ones in here. But you can what you can do is you can go into the Manage Skins, and you can actually set to apply a pack completely to a machine. So if I was to go here for Minecraft, that's what the flying machine looks like in Minecraft form. As you can see, lots of crap happening, really. That's all you can describe this as. But yeah, so Minecraft doesn't look quite so good here. But, oh, that's not what I wanted. There you go, manage packs. If I was to go to, say, the Wobble 2 Naval Pack and apply pack to the machine, yeah, nothing happens because, well, it's a very limited focus, the naval pack. But if I was to go to, let's say, the jungle, actually no, let's go to the forest camo. As you can see, it's now all in forest camo. So yeah, that's an easy way of painting everything to look like the skin that you want, unless you don't want that, in which case you can just go to skins and then select what you want there. But yeah, let's set it back to the default texture. Oh no, I think it's, yeah, it sometimes does this with the skins. If you go to manage packs, it sometimes doesn't actually appear. So now we're stuck with a forest camo one, but I can easily fix that by just simply loading it up again. So anyway, that's enough of that. What we are in is the standard, new sandbox area, and what I'm going to be showing you is all of my flying machines, because as you may remember, there used to be only two, the flying boat and this one. But this one, even though it still has, well, this is just to refresh your memories in case you don't remember this, but with the new camera blocks there is now first person mode. As you can see, I can look around and I'm sort of at the front of the aircraft, so I can fly it that way, or there is a follow camera. So if I do this and then we take off, come on, take off, hit the ramp, yeah, come on. No, this thing still is very difficult to fly, crunch. But as you can see here, it doesn't really fly because it's a really terrible flying machine. But this was the first incarnation of it. This is how it used to look. And as you can see, it does still fly when you get used to it. There you go, as you can see, I can still fly, I can still climb, and I can still control it, even though there isn't ailerons, there's only elevators in the rudder. Which does mean that we're still flying lopsided, which is a bit annoying. And that was the major downside, other than that happening to my rudder, of this flying machine. Being the fact that you don't actually have any control over the roll, only of the pitch and yaw. So, well, now you don't even have control of the of the yaw. All you have is the pitch. So yeah, now we're going down because, well, I've lost the other control surfaces that I had. But don't, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, I tried to save it, tried to land it, but it didn't work. So yeah, that's crap. Okay, so let's leave that. Let's go to Flying Machine 2. It's basically exactly the same thing, except it now has these. Yeah. And these are elevators. So I can now control, well, no, actually those are ailerons, but anyway, I can now control the pitch of this plane, which really helps fly it. So as you can see, it still has the main follow camera and the first person camera. So if we go here, if I can pitch this thing up, no, not quite. You really have to, oh dear, something fell off. Oh dear, no, I'm still not very good at flying. Ouch, first person crashing. So yeah, I'm still not very good at flying it, but as you can see, now we've got the proper camera, and as you can see, we can now actually control the yaw, the pitch and the roll of the plane. There is still the yaw, which you control with, I think it's number pad, but I have caps or number lock off, so I can't actually do that. Otherwise, it would pause the recording. But as you can see, I can now actually control much better where this aircraft goes. It's now very front heavy, as you saw when I was trying to take off there. Oh dear, oh dear. Level it out. Alright, bring it around. Oh dear. There we go. No, that's a mountain. Oh jeez. Yeah. It's a very hair-raising thing to fly this aircraft, to say the least. But yeah, this is the new flying machine, and that's why I wanted to show the fact that I've actually figured out how to make a flying machine. I just haven't figured out how to fly it yet. But yeah, so that's it. That's all of it, really. There's no weapons. There's no anything really, because that would just make it too heavy. It's already very front heavy, as you saw. But yeah, so there's that. Next, the flying boats had actually something done to it. As you can see, this has now also got elevators. However, the problem with this one being that, well, I think you'll see, it sort of breaks apart by itself. Crunch, yeah. There you go. Fly. Flying boat. There you go. So, the only problem with this being, you can't really do the pitch too much, otherwise it'll sort of break apart by itself and spaz out. Oh dear. Try not to crash either, because otherwise that'll happen. It still sort of flies, but not really. Alright, come on, let's see if we can actually fly this without crashing. Right, there you go. There you go. Adjust, adjust. This way, up. Oh dear, no. Crashing, crashing, crunch. Yeah. I'm still not very good at flying this either. But there's that. Just as an added extra, it's now got actual other control surfaces that allow you to fly much better. But then, what I then did is build this thing. And this was my attempt at building a plane that was actually powered just by these aerodynamic propellers and not by flying blocks. As you can see, it hasn't quite worked. It's a very stubby thing, and if I show you what this thing looks like when it's actually flying, well, it's not very good. As you can see, the propellers break off very easily. It breaks apart. Oh dear, oh dear. You can't let the propellers catch anything, otherwise they just come off and you go into a horrible spin that you'll never recover from. Also, it's not very powerful. As you can see, I'm struggling to actually climb any distance whatsoever. It doesn't want to climb. Also, the elevators don't really work. They do that, and then the propeller comes off, and then you crash, and then yeah, we're sort of dead. So this isn't as successful. Tried to make it successful, but it just sort of didn't work. It just didn't work. Let me see if I can improve this by adding some more wings on it. Sure. Sure, this should work. It certainly feels like it glides better. The propellers aren't aren't better though. Okay, let's adjust it like that, so that we don't actually in danger of crashing into a giant tower. I think it's too heavy now. That's the problem. That's definitely the problem. It's far too heavy with those extra wings. I never said it was good, right? I never said it was a good plane, but there it is. So, right, sorry about that. I had to pause there to go to the toilet. But that's all of the ground things that I have. I mean, I did try making an aircraft carrier in the same sort of way, but it just sort of didn't work, as you can see. This is it doesn't really work. Does that alright, but then it doesn't do anything else, right? Because in the naval pack, rockets turn into little planes, so I was like, perfect, I'll just have little rocket planes on there. Nah, it doesn't sort of work very well at all. So instead, I just have this massive flat board to just do something with. It doesn't turn very well. It's horrible, which it makes it perfect for an aircraft carrier. But yeah, it sort of doesn't work. Oh jeez. But yeah, so that sort of doesn't work. Then we come on to the two ground vehicles that I have. I took this design, the machine one, obviously, it's my base design. I took it, shortened it slightly, and then made this. And I'm very proud of this. Sorry if you can hear any sort of grinding or anything going on, but these things are what metal plates look like in the World War II naval pack. So there's those at the back, which makes it look pretty interesting. Then you got these at the front. As you can see, it's just my original design, shortened down slightly with extra added things here. Let me get ballast there, you go. Or a balloon. Not a balloon. You can't see with that. There you go. That works. So yeah, so my original design just with extra blocks here. Strengthened with some bracing, and up the top I wanted it to look sort of like the Archer, in the fact that it has the gun at the back sticking outwards. And then the only problem is that cannons you can't actually mount like this. They have to be on top of the block, which was annoying because it was going to be too tall for what I wanted. So I was like, okay then, let's fit a flamethrower. So let's put on that for infinite flame. And it's got a first person, and it's got a follow camera. So here's the base thing. It has got the top mounting. Yeah, sorry, there was another interruption. But so it's got the upper casing, and instead of the gun sticking out the front, it's got the flamethrower, and it's got protection against the flames and arrows and whatever else with these metal plates. So there's the follow camera, and as you can see, it does keep the double steering, front and back steering, and also to control to control the flame cannon at the front, you can actually elevate and actually control the where the flame goes with number lock. Guess what? Number lock is also what pauses my recording, so god damn it. I don't know how to work a way around this. Although I do, because what I can do is I can go in here and I can grab this thing. There you go, keypad 2 and keypad 8 for going left and right, or for going up and down even. And what I can actually set it to is just something else on the keyboard, such as Y is for the flamethrower, U, yeah, let's set it to J and U, and then let's set this to, instead of 4 and 6, let's set it to H and K. Right, so go back into this. So yeah, you can move it like that, and then you can also control the gun elevation and depression, and also where it goes, as you can see where it faces. And there's the first person, so that you can get a much easier way of telling how far up and down your gun is elevated, so you can just go and then just burn whatever you want. So yeah, there's the essence of the flame tank, but let's see this thing in action, because it does look great. I think it's like one of my most aesthetic looking creations. So let's travel over here. And the whole point of making this thing thin was so that it can get up those slopes over there, as you can see, because there's a bridge over there, and there's those slopes up, and so I wanted to get up there, but I didn't know if my original machine 1 was too big to get up there. So yeah, that's why I decreased it like that. So as you can see, we've got a nice little house here. So let's go into our first-person camera, and well, let's just do that. Let's just aim it up a bit. There you go. Let's drive forwards a bit. There you go, and that's got it. And you do actually have a pretty good. Well, you can actually get this thing around a fair amount. Look at that. That's the. That's how far you can move this thing until it starts to stretch the machine, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, it's a very nice looking thing, I think. However, even with the armor plating, don't press Y like that, otherwise, yeah, you'll set on fire, and you'll burn and burn and burn, and you'll have killed yourself. In the kill feed, it will come up with suicide, your name. So yeah, just don't do that. Then I thought, well, maybe I can turn this thing into the same thing, but with a cannon. So that's exactly what I did. I think the only thing that I couldn't do is change the elevation. I don't think you can adjust the gun elevation. It's literally just left and right. But there is still the first-person camera, and there is still the follower camera. So there's first person, and as you can see, I need to first adjust these controls. Alright, so H and K, there you go. Right, so there's first person camera, and K, H, yeah, you can adjust where you go. Unfortunately, I forgot to reset the first person camera to this, to actually be on the steering. As you can see, it's now instead just still one up, floating in the middle of nowhere. There he goes, floating on nothing. But the follow camera still works. And what I also did is added a little machine gun turret up there. Doesn't do anything, but it looks cool. So yeah, you can now drive around, avoid the bomb. I say as I almost hit it, and then the knights will arrive, and then you're like, oh no, what on earth shall I do? And then you just sort of move, and then do that, and then run back into a bomb, and then die. But at least we got the knight. No, we didn't. Oi. 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 Help me. Help me. Where are you going? Where are you going? No, don't. No. I'm dead, alright? Jeez, I'm dead, alright? Calm yourself. They don't know which piece to hit, but yeah, I'll now show exactly why I wanted to make this thing thinner. If I head over here, this is my slow speed, because I haven't adjusted the wheel speed, but as we come up here, as you can see very easily up here, over here, now we're onto this sort of bumpy surface, and then if we head over here, and then turn ourselves, oh, straighten up, no, jeez, there we go, head over here, avoid the moving block up here, just wait for it to go again actually. Doobie-doo, there we go, run, yeah, there you go, and then if we head over to here, There we go, so we're now on the bridge, and that's exactly why I wanted this thing to be thinner, because, well, imagine this thing being another 2 locks wide. We probably would barely fit on here, and we'd be very much in danger of falling off all the time. But, yeah, so heading over here, let's have a look, let's explore the map together. Oh dear. Oh dear, come on, yes, right up there. So, heading over here, we now enter onto a mountain, and there's, well, it's just fun to explore because I haven't really explored over here. There's a ghost knight. Oh dear, almost slipped. Oh dear, I've lost my front part of my machine, and we flipped. Ah. Well, let's head down the mountain. We're still alive, for the most part. Sort of, not really. But yeah, so those are the new machines that I've created. Not much. We went off topic a lot in this video, but anyway, don't think there's anything else. Nope, nothing else. So yeah, those were just some new machines that I've made in Besiege. So I'll thank you for watching, and goodbye. Damn it, what's the rocket fire button? I forgot. T for rocket launch, of course. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Come on, let's run him over. Run him over. Yeah, got one. Come on, this isn't working. I've ran out of rocket fuel. Oh dear. Yeah, so on this note, I will now finally thank you for watching, and goodbye.